everyone, thank you for joining me again. Today I've got a video for you which you might find interesting. We're back in again with the hot glue gun. I can't seem to leave this thing alone these days, and it's sat in a cupboard for years. So let's get going. Let's use it. Okay, if you've got one of these, you might like to join along. I've got my clear glue stick in there, and I'm just pushing through a sparkly one this time as well, because it might be a bit easier for you to see. I have got a couple of sheets of old baking parchment here. I'm not using my best pieces. I've got random bits that I use for drying and things, and so that's what I'm using here. And I'm heating up my glue gun. It hopefully will be ready soon. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the glue gun to create some interesting little embellishments. Now obviously if you've got that glue sticks, I wasn't too happy with these. I think I mentioned in the last video, because they didn't create a very solid black colour, and also once it had been through the glue gun, it left this dirty residue which took ages to get rid of. Next time I fed a glue stick through, it was still pulling out bits of black. So you might want to keep a separate glue gun if you do a lot of this sort of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to take the glue gun and do my good old favourite shapes on here, and I'm just using this baking parchment. You don't have to use this. You could actually use like a tile or any kind of surface like that, an old piece of glass that you've got. I find this works quite well, and I'm just going to draw my circles. You know I love my circles. Life is a circle. We go around in circles all the time. Okay, so there's a few. What else am I going to do? So I could try some dots. Blobs. Not the easiest thing to do. And let's do some squiggles. Okay, and you can do what you like here, really, to be honest. And we're going to leave this to dry. Doesn't take long, as you know, but we'll just put that to one side for a minute. Got another piece here. Now I'm going to bring in a tool which I have, I think, the whole set of these, and I never really used them for the purpose in which they were intended at all. So I thought, I have been desperately racking my brains trying to work out what I could do with them, really, because I have used them for making embellishments in the past, and I might cover some of those things again, because some of them were quite successful, but this is sort of another take on it. So here they are, ready? 3, 2, 1. Paddle punches. I've got a select few here. You may have these. I see them up for sale all the time on eBay. I sort of had one missing, which was a diamond. I couldn't find it anywhere because nobody had bought it, so nobody was selling it second hand, and eventually I found it. I had it shipped from the US at absolutely huge expense, because I'm so obsessed with having a full set of everything that I had to have it, which was really stupid. So anyway, this is an example of having a tool which you may not use to its full extent, and hopefully this might give you an idea. Right, so I'm going with circle. I have not actually made many of these, because it was going to take me a bit of time to do. So I'm just going to show you with the circle, because that's probably the easiest shape to begin with. If you start picking up things like this, you might have some problems. So, right. So the problem is that the glue is going to stick. It's going to stick to this metal in here. It's just actually dripping glue all over my bench at the moment, this glue gun. I have to deal with that in a minute. So you can use something to try and create a release. There's various things you can use. I've chosen to use just washing up liquid, what you might call dish soap. It's just easy to get your hands on it because most people have it in their house. I'm just using my finger. You could use like oh, let me see. I'm going through my drawers. Like this. These kind of earbuds if you wanted to get into the shape. You could use Vaseline, I think, as well. Maybe something like that. There's a whole list. I'll find out a whole list of things that you can use, and I'll post it as a note. So that hopefully will create, I mean, this could go wrong. We're doing it all in real time here, so should create enough of a surface for it not to stick. And we're just going to hold that down, and hopefully we've got enough glue coming through. We're just going to put a glue. I'm not trying to fill it up, just trying to create a circle, a dot. I'm just going to split that. I'm not going to do heaps of these because I don't terribly have use for them at the moment, but it was just an interesting little thing. But I'm just going to let that sit for a minute, because it does need to sit for a minute. I mean, probably should hold it down, but right, I'm just going to show you some of the other shapes, some of the things that I've got. So these were circles. I think these are fantastic. I think they look a little like when you put your coffee cup down, like coffee cup stain. So those are those. Then I've got some So I'm not going to take them out actually because they're fiddly, but you get the idea. The sort of stringy ones. I've got some more little circles with the glitter this time, and some pink ones, and some dots. Okay, so and with the dots, those ones were just done freehand, like ones we did initially. But in here, I think that one was done with a paddle punch. This one also. You will get these little bits sticking up every now and again, so they're not perfect, but you could go in and recolor these again, like in some of the ways that we showed in the last videos about coloring over the top with things like Sharpies and what have you. Okay, so now this one here should have dried. Got my baking parchment, and I'm just gonna, so easy, you just peel them off. You know, just pick them off like this. And there you go. You get the idea. Not really brain surgery, is it, I suppose? But yeah, that's fast. It's actually very tactile. They're quite fun. Quite fun to make these. And if you've got glue sticks in all different colours, like you could have some black ones as well. You could use these to create black. You could use that to frame words on your page. And I'll probably do some examples of that as finished products. And I'm just pulling this one back in because I'm not sure if that's dry yet. Really does suit. The best thing is to let it dry. There you go. I've just lifted that off. It came off really easy because we're using our washing up liquid. And you can see it there. I'd leave it there a little bit. See, it's sinking a little bit on the top. You get a nice little button, and I think that's pretty cool. Okay, that's it for today. You got these paddle punches. I've got different sizes of circles. I'm going to actually practice or try out some of these other ones, but I really feel like these ones are going to be a bit difficult. So you've got to get the liquid in there. If you just douse the whole thing into liquid, that doesn't work too well. I've tried it. Okay, bye for now. Join me again.